What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
We're in.
And
We're in.
we're starting off today's pod with this boy.
Johnny Dogs.
Oh, all right.
Diamond Diesel.
Oh,
Celebrity guest. Nick at Night.
Oh, that's the best one.
You did it.
Mitts.
too.
M-E-T-T.
And
That's why he's opening
behind the
pack.
camera.
That's
And
why
Yeah.
this week,
He doesn't know, but he is.
Yeah.
we got another cosmic.
Oh, Cosmic
Flip it around,
Eclipse.
please. Thank you. A cosmic.
Oh, great art,
Eclipse.
dude. Dialga.
And actually, Nicky Boy will be gracing us by opening it up.
Very nervous about doing this. I see how smooth you guys do this.
all the cards down the middle.
I know, just like ruin the
Kinda
value
scares
of them.
me. I don't know how to do
And
this.
it's like a great card. It's a
I don't
Charizard.
have,
Pull it
like,
right from the
gentle
top there.
fingers.
There.
Here, you show
Oh,
me. Show me.
Oh, look.
Trick
here's-
is, kind of just pop it open just a little bit.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you?
And then
Whoa.
just pop.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh, I was like, dude, did you get a white card?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Get a green card?
That would be our first white
Okay.
card from that pack. So.
And then if you need a
Alright.
little more space, you can
Get a green
pop it
card?
open in the back.
Oh, in
some
the back a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, you guys are pros at this. I really admire your work. For everything that you guys
so
do.
sweet.
Get a little closer to the table, Nick. Like stand
Yeah,
up.
so I could see the card.
Yeah. All right. So this is a nice pack. Last week
You
we
have to
did
do
the
a
other
card
two.
trick, though.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a
card.
bitch.
Dude, that was 3 greens.
It's tough.
Okay.
So four
Is
in the
everyone doing
back.
the? All right.
It's 4.
2, 3,
It's for the back.
4.
This is a fairly new set.
Okay. Any guesses?
Wait,
Fire.
wait. You said 4 to the back? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he just put 4 to the front.
No, you put 4 in the back.
No, it was for the back.
I did. I went like this. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, and then went to there.
Okay.
Okay.
Fire.
Fire.
I'm gonna go.
No steel.
I'm gonna go water. Actually.
Fairy.
Be water, my friend.
Psychic.
Flip it.
Oh, yeah. Do push-ups.
How many did you do last time, John?
I did like 15.
Keyboard
While
player.
he's doing
your
that.
push-ups.
Boom.
Look
Look at this. This is the spoilers. This is
What the hell
He
is
comes
that?
out in Suicide Squad.
Cosmo Mom.
Get a little bit of that boy right there.
Yep,
And
get
then
that.
in the background.
Wow, look at
Action to real
that.
action.
Oh my
And
god,
he's doing
the
knuckle
tricep?
pushies, dude. He's doing knuckle pushies because he
Well, I
got
have bad
wrists.
wrists.
Yeah, no, he got bad wrists.
He's got bad wrists.
Alright.
We got Molly, and that's actually a pretty cool card.
That is a cute
Look at the
card.
art. It's got the Jigglypuff in
Cute
the back.
orange.
Once we got greens,
Kicking up
we have
just
to go
some
off
dust.
cuteness.
Yeah. Dustclops. We like that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's
look
like a
at-
cute
That's a
frog
cute
guy.
card. We're getting some cute cards.
Yeah. Very cute deck.
Ooh, another
Who's this
cute
guy?
one. No clue who he is.
It's on a mountain.
Look how cute that is. That's Bambi.
Bambi. Okay. Bambi's in Pokemon.
Gallet, which is
Gallet.
weird. That is an 80s card. A dupe hider. Kind of
That looks
cute.
like a bug.
What?
Was that reverse hollow
Reverse hollow
Kyogre?
That's kind of sick, right? Not the
That's a good
worst.
card.
That's
yeah.
a good card. Hey.
Cock-a-doodle Magumbo. But I really like the Kyogre.
Yeah.
Reverse hollow. It's very sweet.
That's
What is
pretty
that
cute.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
The green
badass.
on that one's like really vibrant.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot,
Reverse
no.
hollow boy.
Reverse hollow.
You have to sleeve that.
Reverse hollow mumbo grumble.
Alrighty, cool. Nick, how do you feel about that pull right there?
It was a cute deck. You never want a green card. I know I've been watching
Green
long
cards
enough
aren't
to
great.
understand that
They're
green
not great.
cards are bad.
Mhm.
But we got cute cards, and
Green
then the
cards are bad
Kyogre's a
and
good pull. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm happy with that. I'm
Yeah.
good.
It's alright for a green pack.
Yeah.
Just if you were battling me with green pack, that would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
cuteness.
And Kyogre.
Yeah.
It's a cool guy.
Alrighty, cool. So that's gonna end our little Pokemon segment. So I'm gonna cut the video here. Bop. Alright, cool. So since we're still on the subject of Pokemon,
Yes.
so there was some recent news I believe you guys were keeping up with about a
Yes.
specific Blastoise. I
Oh
believe.
yeah.
Which is why it's so big and why this sold for so much is really the news. Because this Blastoise was not only just a first edition, which is very rare, but it wasn't a PSA 10.
Yeah.
And it's
And
still
also-
sold for 6 figures.
And also, it was just a test print.
yeah.
So like, it was like a testing card. Like, all right, throw and like toss this at the focus groups, see what they say, kind of card. And it wasn't even a PSA 10.
Yeah.
So like, this was a first edition before the first edition.
So otherwise, just stonks.
And also,
Because if
oh yeah,
cards
just
aren't...
Pokestonks.
Just if a card is selling for that much and it's not a PSA 10,
Yeah.
stonks.
But also, guess what that's going to do to Blastoise cards? It's going to give it the credit that it deserves for, like, all these other great Blastoise cards that aren't, like, these, like, badass kind of Charizards. It's going to bump those up, too. Blastoise bump.
Which I'm liking that, though, because it's just once we're seeing more cards get that kind of Grail esteem prices.
Yeah, that, like
Umbreon.
Charizard treatment. Yeah, no, because Umbreon's getting that Charizard
cards
treatment.
Get that Charizard treatment.
Yeah, no, because Umbreon cards, dude, they've been, like, bumping up like crazy, dude. Like 1,000% jumps. 1,000% jumps in like PSA 10 prices, yeah.
But hopefully this month, John and I are going to try to work on getting that set, which is the Evolving Skies set, which drops at the end of the month. So hopefully we can do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's wild.
Yeah. But it's pretty big news, especially for the Pokemon world because
price.
I mean Charizards have always been the most sought after, so it's really good, nice to see like it's starting to expand a little bit more.
Yep.
You know?
Charizard's been king of the castle for sure, but
Blastoise lives matter.
Yeah, Blastoise lives matter, dude. He's a
cute turtles.
He's a cute third evolution.
This is a pro turtle podcast.
Yeah.
Pro turtle podcast. Great question. Is there no love for Venusaur still, like in terms of that area?
Yeah.
There's no love.
Yeah,
but
he's a frog.
But
Yeah.
Toad. He's a Toad.
Oh, yeah,
that's a Toad.
They should make a Bulbasaur Halloween edition where it's a pumpkin on the back of his thing.
Dude, that'd be cool.
That is cute as shit. That would have been a great like 25th
because they need
25th
more
anniversary.
cute cards of Bulbasaur and Squirtle.
Yeah,
I think that'll help them out.
but also I think it's gonna do great for all three of them because they're gonna be like in the front lines of this 25th anniversary set.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get the 25th like anniversary stamp, but like and gold borders.
Oh yeah.
And then that's what this test sprint had, gold borders.
Yeah.
Nick, how do you feel about gold borders?
Gold borders.
You know, hey,
gets
they're
the
a lot.
pee-pee going.
It does. It's a lot more aesthetically pleasing than
No.
these yellow borders.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
dog water borders,
water,
dude.
yellow.
Yeah, I know. Silver borders. Oh,
Yes. We all love that shine.
So I don't get it. What are people chasing now? Like, what's the pack to get now?
Oh yeah.
what's the
Well, like I would
Chilling
say,
Reign.
Well,
it
like,
would,
the
it would,
25th
yeah,
anniversary.
It's
packs?
still chilling rain, but for this month though, Evolving Skies is dropping.
Yeah.
That's the one with all the EVs.
Oh,
yeah,
all
so that's what people are waiting for.
That's the one with that VMAX Umbreon that sold for $1,500.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. And
So-
then 25th anniversary is coming out in October.
Yeah,
And
so we got 2 more months.
and the crazy thing about that set, that it's not gonna be like a TCG set. It's gonna be a collector set. So like these packs come with 10 cards. Those are only gonna come with 4.
Yeah.
What?
Almost similar to how the McDonald's edition ones were.
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine that the pull rate would be higher then, right? Since it's only 4.
Somewhat,
it's supposed to be, but it's
they
like
still find a way to kind
Even
of
it
screw
out.
you over and even it out with the 4 card.
Make it
rule.
weird.
no, and
You would
it's-
think it's like that, but
Interesting.
you have to
But
just
it's
buy a
also
lot.
the big thing about this one too is that like they're gonna do 4 cards per pack, but like they're all gonna be foil cards.
Yeah.
So they could be full arts, they could be like these things, they could be anything.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so that set's gonna go crazy.
Well, that's
Alright,
good to know,
yeah.
and we'll keep it updated with the Pokemon stuff since it's starting to heat up, especially with these new packs coming out soon. So we're looking forward to it. But now we got to move on to some homework that we got last week from Mit Senpai.
It's a thick one.
It was a very thick one.
It was a thick packet from the teacher.
But what was
But
it? What
I
was the
want you guys
thick
to study,
assignment
okay?
this week?
All right, so we had a little show called Jujutsu Kaisen. It's its first season. So it goes into a main character by the name of Yuji Itadori.
Itadori,
Yeah.
With some
So-
dope pink hair.
With some dope pink hair. He has a sick fade too.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much a character. This is just an overview. He's a Jujutsu sorcerer, but he starts out as like a normal kid who's got these like, he's very strong, he's very fast, he's like kind of got these freakish like abilities already. But something happens to him where he's kind of forced into a situation where he has to eat a gross looking finger, which happens to be the host of like the biggest big bad villain of this verse.
Yes.
And then that's just kind of where the story goes on. He is the host of this demon, so he's constantly conflicted with this demon and himself, and he's just kind of trying to grow with this host, and kind of with this newfound power.
Because he doesn't want to lean on this power.
No,
he wants to be like badass on his own.
Yeah. So, but yeah, from starting from there, spoiler free. How'd you guys like it, Nikki?
It was different. So, as you guys know, I'm kind of new into the anime game. So I don't know a ton about it. And watching this show, I think it kind of just confirmed to me that anime, like a lot of anime shows have like a creepy, not like emo, but like a creepy like Halloween style like type of feel to them. Like so
especially
like
this one, especially with the curses.
Yeah, this Demon Slayer. I know like Blue Exorcist, like things like that. So I didn't realize how big that was in like the anime like game up until I watched this. But it was different. It's hyped up a lot. Like on any My Hero like page that I follow, they also do Jujutsu Kaisen like reviews, whether it's from the anime or the manga. And I know we don't talk manga on the pod. So I know it's very hyped up, and I've experienced that from every anime that you guys have told me to. Every anime you guys have told me to watch is hyped up like that. Demon Slayer, My Hero. I did not bite into the hype on this one. Dang. I'm gonna say that I did not bite into the hype on this one. Okay. I don't know. I went in thinking it was gonna be totally different, so maybe that's why. But keeping it spoiler free, I didn't buy into the hype on that one.
Okay. We'll skip you, John, because you've already seen it. Okay. Don.
Idiot. I honestly I guess just piggybacking off of Nick, this one just didn't hit as hard as I anticipated. I kind of saw this as a reskin Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it is very similar.
And I mean, it's almost the same thing in my opinion. Like, good guys fight bad guys are demons. But I just feel as though the concept of Demon Slayer is a little bit better. I thought Tanjiro was a better main character than Itadori was, and I saw a lot of similarities. Like I saw, Tanjiro has his crew. It's like Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, and so does Itadori, which is, I forget the girl's name, Sugi.
Dude, that's the thing with this show. The names of the characters are so
long.
I literally have them very hard to
very forgettable.
No, and it's just like because the kid with the black hair, it's like
Fushiguro.
Fushiguro.
This is the second time that I've watched the show, and I still don't know everyone's. I have to see them to get the names.
The only one I know like off the bat was Gojo.
Gojo.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Gojo and Itadori. Those are the only ones that.
And then the panda.
And just panda.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. It just felt like a reskinned version of Demon Slayer to me. I'd much rather watch Demon Slayer. In my opinion, I feel as though it had
that's interesting.
A better concept than this one. This one just didn't hit as hard, and I was just kind of like, okay. I feel as though I just watched like Demon Slayer before Demon Slayer. Like I feel as though this was the same universe, just in a different area, and just like Demon Slayer is just, it was just more appealing to me. The colors were a lot brighter, in my opinion, and I think the characters just hit a little bit harder in Demon Slayer than they did in this one, but. Yeah, no, that's pretty much
I would
it.
say that.
I would say that the characters in Demon Slayer had more depth.
There's a better like supporting cast of characters, like being around like Tanjiro, because it's like you have all of like the different kind of badass guys, like our fallen boy, Flame Hashira.
Oh yeah. Whoa, spoil. Oh, do they know?
Well, the movie dropped a while ago.
Okay. No, I meant the fans.
Yeah, no.
Do they know the fans?
Oh, yes. Because if they like follow the first season, they definitely watch the movie.
Yeah.
But all right, Drew.
So
are you on the same wavelength?
No. Well, like I'm in between. Like I feel like it was. So I mean, this is my whole basis on like the show. And I'll delve into it more when we get into spoilers. Yeah. But the show felt like a mixture of everything. And I'll get into specifics later, but it definitely felt like a good mixture of pretty much every sort of anime I've kind of seen. Yeah. But on top of that, it was just kind of average. Like I feel like it wasn't like I agree with Dom. I feel like Demon Slayer was done a little bit better. Even though Jujutsu Kaisen came out before
No, it actually came out after.
It did come out after?
It came out a year after.
Well, then, if that's the case,
new to the scene.
I feel like for what it was, because concept-wise, they're pretty much the same, just with tweaks.
Like they're fighting.
And I feel like...
Yeah, no, it's because, like, the only thing is that it's, like, they're fighting, like, cursed spirits.
Yeah.
And then...
Which is essentially
demons. Yeah, but it's, like, technically like a demon. Yeah.
And, there's a whole sorts of rules when it comes to it, and it's a whole new world. There was certain things that, like, I feel like they would have handled differently to be a little bit more unique, you know what I mean? But, I think the animation was good, and just overall, but I think Demon Slayer did it better than Jujutsu Kaisen in ways of, like, I think Jujutsu Kaisen tried to be more mature and more, like, kind of hardcore, but, like, a little bit more quirky, like, a little, it feels like Demon Slayer slightly turned up, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's slightly more graphic. Amplified, it's slightly more... Yeah, the animation's a little bit quicker. Like, like, the demons are kind of... I don't want to say they're uglier, but, like, they're in the realm of that, sort of thing.
Dude, there's some that were pretty jacked up.
Yeah.
I do want to say... It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad anime at all, But again, I just don't feel like it hits as hard as Demon Slayer.
No, which is actually kind of great that you guys each like dove into that, because that was going to be my next question. Like, because of how similar they are and how new they are, a lot of people in the anime community tend to put these up against each other, because they're very similar. With quote unquote new gen animes, these are the front runners. And I guess My Hero, but like they've been kind of going for like a couple seasons, so that's why it's easier to put this one up against Demon Slayer, because they both have one season. Yeah. So let's just go into spoilers. Spoiler alert. So if you haven't had the time to watch the show, either skip ahead and then try to get back to this part to kind of hear our thoughts about this one. But we are gonna go head first into spoilers and just kind of cover the bigger areas.
So this is your final spoiler warning. So, all right,
final one. But how'd you guys think of that first episode? Because you straight up like just eats the finger in the first episode.
I know, that was a lot. Yeah, I know, that was a lot. All right, going back to this, I do think they get to that point like pretty fast. Yeah. And like that he's just like down with all this stuff. Is like, oh wait, like curses and stuff. Like this is kind of crazy. But there's this finger that's gonna give me a good boost, so I'm gonna just do it. Like fuck this shit, dude. I'm gonna just dive into it. Yeah.
I feel like both Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen suffer from the same thing of like their first episodes are way too fast. Like they just everything happened all at once. Yeah. A lot of important like slow thing, like big important sad, like the grandpa dies and then same thing Tanjiro's whole family dies. Like, and it happens like in a flash.
Like you don't really feel anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And like right and it's kind of weird, especially coming from like I feel like it should be a 2-episode thing, or at least like maybe a longer special, kind of like what Bad Batch did, where it was like a very long 40 minutes. First episode like to well develop like that first intro of like the sadness and to really let the viewer feel it, because like I feel like I didn't get a chance again like with Demon Slayer. I didn't really feel the impact of it because
I don't know why
it happens so fast
with like these different shows of it's like a very like tragic thing in the first episode, and then they'll like go back to it like 200 episodes later.
Yes, yeah.
And that's where I'm in the same boat as Drew, because it's just like it happens so fast and there's no like emotional value, and the reason why Itadori is kind of weird, because like he kind of just like he's like, yeah, whatever, grandpa, like whatever, but then his grandpa dies and he's like, I have to do this, and I'm like, yeah, you had no emotional connection at first, and then he dies, and then it's like now you have all the emotional connection,
because like pretty much like what his big thing was of like, all right, so he felt like his grandpa didn't get a proper death. Yeah. So then he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna give myself a proper death, but also I don't really know what that is. So this is kind of like what his like journey is throughout this first season. No, well, like throughout the first 13 episodes. Yeah. Because like then he meets that kid, and then like they have this big battle, and it's like it's kind of like a lot more fine tuned throughout those first 13 episodes of like, all right, so there's no true perfect or like proper death for anybody, because everybody goes to the same place, good or bad.
And that's where I'd like to have seen more with his grandpa. Like I would have liked to have seen maybe an episode or two of him with him, because
raising him or
or like something. It was because it was very very fast, and then he's just kind of like really mean to his grandpa, even though his grandpa was somebody that was more or less just like alone his whole life. and then the second he dies, he just like turns around like his like life, and it's like I want to see more connection between that, more build between that, so I can understand his position a lot more, because that's like the whole point of even Tanjiro too, like with his family. And I would like to see a bigger build up with him, because like in my opinion, these are like really just like side to side animes. Like they're like pretty much very similar in my opinion, like even character wise and all that. So that's pretty much what I would have I would have liked a lot more. And I guess it's just anime in general, but I mean
even more info on like the parents could have helped, or like because we really don't.
Well, I think that's part of the plot though with his parents. Like I think his parents are supposed to be addressed later. Well, at least that's what I'm assuming. Because they don't tell you anything.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Like you have to imagine that they are going to be addressed, because it's like I feel like that's a big deal. That like because it's a little shocking once we see him at the school and kind of being around these kids, and he's just like, all right, he's got this superhuman strength and shit.
That was
but
he's like
if that's
breaking
a point,
like his world record.
He just doesn't care.
If that's a
he does not
point,
give
like
shit, dude. He's trying to be
I feel like it would be better writing if we did see it though. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like kind of like. I mean, case in point, the Thanos thing. Because, like, Thanos, we see Thanos throughout, right? And it, like, slowly starts to build this, like, huge, big enemy, right? But it's, like, always this looming, like, in the back of the head. It's never in the forefront. And I feel like, if the parents are going to be a big deal, well, why not just do that?
Or
like,
at
it
least
makes
the
sense.
grandpa.
Like give a full taste. Like, at first,
exactly.
They don't have to dive into it, but like just give us a taste.
Yeah, exactly. And then like maybe like here do it maybe in the middle of the season.
I don't know
and then
why
at the end, like little
because like
things.
these kind of shows like do that though. No, it's like it's pretty much with everything.
Well,
even with like Black Clover too, man.
No, yeah. Well, all right, here let's kind of speed up and then go to the middle of the season here, because we have like a little arc here where they go to that like their quote unquote first real mission against the special grade. Mm-hmm. And that guy just loves to fight with tarps off. He only fights in his underwear, right?
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Yeah, a little weird. Creepy.
Yeah.
But let's go to the middle arc there with the kid and the guy with the tie. What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so hard to remember.
But he looks cool though, dude. He's got a lot of drip.
Yeah, no, that guy was cool.
I hardly remember anyone's name.
How did we think about him fighting the patchwork guy? The one in the sewer system who was turning people into these monsters.
Would change their shape and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the one who was like stitched up.
Yeah.
The guy who did it in this. In the
and
movies?
he kind of like brought in that kid too.
Yeah. And then he messed up the kid.
That was kind of messed up. Yeah, that was kind of
that was
sad.
That was
sad.
I feel like that was my least favorite like arc out of like because there's different like 3-episode arcs. I feel like
yeah,
and I think out of all of them, that was probably my least favorite. That one was I don't know because I didn't like the main kid like the like the emo
the one
kid
who was like getting bullied.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understood his motives, but like. Him and the combination of like his like cursed like demon whoever it was and the fact that he literally kind of offed him like so quick towards the end like it was just kind of like what the hell
that was pretty rough because that kid just kept getting it like alright, first he was getting bullied, then his mom died, and then he gets turned into this thing, and then he gets this like painful death, and then he just finally dies as that thing.
Like that's so sad, that was awful.
Yeah. No, but
that was kind of tough to watch. But I actually just remembered that I skipped a pretty cool part.
Yeah.
Which was Gojo kind of showing off his stuff against that volcano guy.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about Gojo's ability and like him as like the teacher role?
Yeah.
In this show, because he got a lot of fan love and. I don't blame him.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all very deserved.
I agree on that. I think he was easily like my favorite character.
He's probably one of the best characters.
Because at first like, and I won't get into it now because we'll probably get into it later. But at first you're kind of like, dude never like shows his eyes. Like what's going on? Like. Kind of interesting, but then, once
I just love how quick that they showed him fight.
Yeah.
You're like, fight and like barely even try too.
Yeah.
No, and his abilities are sick, dude. Infinity.
Yeah.
Like that's an OP ability.
Plus I loved how he explained it too.
Yeah, that it's pretty much if someone tries to touch him, it turns into this like infinite amount of space between them and then like himself. Yeah.
But Dom, how'd you like Gojo's fight there?
I think it was good to show the how do you say
like power scaling,
power difference between
the best and then the
for sure, because I can't remember. I think that thing's name is Jogo, the thing with the
mountain,
yeah,
or the volcano dude.
And I thought he was actually a cool character. Like I love that scene when he like makes the dome and he makes it lava. Like that's cool. That reminds me kind of like environmental battles in Pokemon Go or Pokemon in general. And I thought that was really cool, but even then it wasn't enough for Gojo, and like the whole time he's just kind of like toying with them. Even at the beginning you see when, his name is Gojo, right?
Yeah.
This is their name's so similar. Even at the beginning you see him just kind of like not even worried when they fight that demon at the school, because he just kind of comes in like whatever, and then he's just kind of like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I think that's really cool to see like the power scaling, the difference between where he's at and where like Itadori and Fushiguro are at. I think, however, though, I will add on to that, because I think right away they're promoted, aren't they, to like first rank or something like that?
Whoa.
At the end of the thing.
Oh, well, at like the end of the season.
Yeah.
They all took down like a special grade.
Yeah. That was kind of quick, in my opinion. I feel as though like we didn't really see them like make their way there. It was just kind of like from one step to the other. So I guess that's just how it works in this one, but I think his like scenes though, Gojo scenes, to see how like truly powerful he is really cool.
No, yeah. All right, well, so then let's kind of move it towards the end here, and pretty much the last fight there, which was kind of like the student like.
It was the
festival.
Exchange
festival.
Event.
Yeah. Once they were fighting against the different schools or like where they're from with the second years and third years. Yeah. What did we think with our boy kind of meeting up with Toto, the third year student who was obsessed with that one idol?
That was probably
it was just down bad for tall girls with big asses.
Yeah,
well, same, but
I feel like Toto was one of the like his quirk is kind of whack, but. Dude, he's really cool. He's a really cool character.
Whack? What do you mean whack?
Like his like love, like the main girl thing.
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
that's
love domain. What is that?
First, I thought that you were talking about his like ability with the class.
Yeah, because quirk is what they use to describe powers of My Hero. So that's why. That's why. Like,
whoa, what's
you're talking about personality, right?
His personality.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, that's what I
didn't like his like little thing of like tell me what woman you love. Like it was kind of it was a little weird.
Down bad, dude.
But like
down bad, man.
That was probably one of the best arcs in the whole series was when they fought, especially that final demon
when they fought the first Hokage.
Like, and it leads them to like becoming friends or whatever, like, and it grows. It's really whack and really wild, but it's like really cool. I feel like that one was pretty well done. But like speaking of that whole exchange event, I feel like it really showed the differences of the powers and stuff. Yeah. But then it showed, I think one of the weakest powers was like one chick literally just has a gun, dude. Yeah. Come on. It's like everybody's so cool.
Yeah,
they have like staffs and they have like special little things.
Even that one chick has like a witch, has like a broom.
And she has a broom. Something cool. And this chick literally is just walking around with a fully loaded. She's just packing, dude. Like, come on.
What's up, curses? No, and it was crazy though because that girl thought like just because she has this gun, she's just this badass. Yeah. Like, she's better than everybody else.
I didn't like that part.
And that was like her personality too.
Then they say that her like ability can only affect one bullet, but she's shooting 5 other normal ones.
And then you're literally just shooting a gun.
And I was just like, wait, so her power is just shooting a gun?
That's like.
So if your power's just like that, then like get a bigger gun or something. But get a couple, walk around with them.
That's actually why I liked the festival, because I was curious about different styles of how the curse users would use their powers.
Sorcerers, What do you guys think of Panda with his different cores?
Yeah, I think
and he went like full monkey.
I think he's one of the best ones. To be honest.
So at first, I was like, because you don't really meet him until like the middle or like the second third or the last third of it, kind of almost.
Of the show.
But like, I was so intrigued at the beginning because like in the intro there's just a panda running on a roof like a human,
just a panda,
and I was like, I need to meet this character, like, and I would go into every episode being like, where is he? Like, come on.
Yeah, like that was me, Buddy, and Matt. Like as these
episodes
were like coming out, and it's like, all right, hey, great episode, but it's like, where's
Panda? And then when I met him at first, I was like, oh, dude, like he's not even cool.
He's just like
but then that episode where he goes like full on like
fights the
insane
cyborg
mode.
and stuff.
You're like, okay,
he
he's sick. He's sick, you know. And
puts
and
on his
panda,
panda
like
brass
knuckles
thing.
And when his eyes turn like pink, I was like, yo, okay, that was sick. I would honestly say like that was my favorite that part, and then
like
the Gojo's like later battle
were
my
whole ending arc.
The ending arc.
It was really good.
Those were my favorite ones.
So then, how'd you guys just like the random baseball episode?
I didn't get it
for a whole episode.
I didn't get it.
It was
a filler.
It's a filler, right?
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine it's a filler.
Yeah.
Because I haven't read the manga. I know you guys.
It was like just a little fluff, like just kind of
Yeah.
like the way like these other shows kind of do it, like pretty similar to kind of My Hero.
Yeah.
Of like, all right, so it gets a little crazy. And then kind of now we're just gonna give you kind of this like fluff. This,
comic relief.
Comic relief. Slow it down, like
and they'll bring it back up.
Lower the
and then
blood
they
pressure. Yeah. And it was. I mean, it was different. It's just like, so whenever
just didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming, and I understand that like there was like that one part where what's his name? How do we say his name? The main character, Itadori, where he like finds like a baseline understanding of Toto a little bit more, and I was like, okay, that was kind of cool. But like I can't take baseball scenes seriously in anything ever since Twilight. Like tried it, like so I was like, oh, I'm getting Twilight vibes so bad.
And it's because I thought like a pretty like funny part during
was
this
once they
entire
showed
episode.
their little bio thing.
That it was like, all right,
Panda,
this is
Panda
the player,
just
and then
says like really wants to punch a zebra.
Someday.
That'd be cool. I hope we get to see that.
Yeah, I would too. But all right, here let's kind of close up here. What was your favorite fight? Because there's a couple. There's like five like different ones here.
Very action heavy, this one.
Yeah. Favorite fight, really quick, and then we'll end off with favorite character and rating. Okay. So Drew, go. Which one?
Wait, so this is just final fight or like everything?
No. Which like fight stuck out to you the most?
I like the one with him and what's his name?
Toto.
Yeah. That one was easily like one of the best.
And Hanami, I think.
Yeah.
That was easily. I don't know. It was just such a really cool scene because like they kind of vibed well together. Like especially after being like quote unquote enemies.
Yeah.
They worked. I don't know. They just look cool on screen too. The way they fight with each other and
they
like
were
that
moving.
works well.
Dude, the animation too. It's all the fights I thought were just. Mappa did a great job animating this.
Yeah.
And then I think like
killed it.
a sleeper pick would be Panda versus that cyborg thing. That one was really cool.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I like that one.
That's a good.
Which fight stuck out?
Probably that one to be honest, because I don't know. Some of the other ones were pretty quick. I think that and anytime Fushiguro used his demon animal things. Those are cool.
His demon dog too.
But I was a little upset that they all like die. Like they all pretty much die except for the dog. Like the white one gets his head cut off. The snake gets like exploded. Like they all like die, and I was like, I want to see more of these things. Like these things are cool. But anytime probably Fushiguro used those, and then probably that fight scene at the end. Even though I hate Toto, I think he's such a fucking idiot. The fight scene is cool. It's like I just can't wrap my head around that. Like if you can't tell me what type of girl you're into, like I might as well just kill you now. I'm like, all right, douchebag. Like fucking, what do you want me to say? Like,
dude, he's down bad.
I want thick mamas.
It just throws me off completely.
He's just down for thick mamas.
Especially like his flashing with like the random biker lady. And then she's like, "What type of girl are you into or whatever?" And I'm like, "This is where it came from."
I was like,
and I guess that's like his sensei or something.
I think.
And I was just like, man, like he's such a cool character, but if I don't like your personality, I don't like you.
Yeah, his ability's cool. It's just like
it's just
personality.
like if you ruin the personality on somebody, like it's just kind of like Rey from Star Wars. Like she's a cool design character, but then they just ruin her in the movie. And I feel as though like Toto's kind of like the same. I hate that. But I think the fight scenes like Fushiguro is pretty cool. And then one with Hanami, Toto, and I was gonna say Ganji. Their names are so fucking confusing to me. Itadori. And like low key, I think a strong like sleeper is Gojo versus Jogo. Fuck these names, bro.
Gojo.
Yeah, alright, Johnny, go.
Goku versus
Lava Boy.
Grogu.
Let's do Lava Boy. Favorite fight? I'm gonna go with Probably the one with Toto and Itadori.
Yeah, against the first.
Because it was like 2 episodes long.
Yeah,
no, and it's like, dude, it's like Toto's ability, dude, is so sick, dude.
Yeah. Plus, I love when he faked it once.
Oh yeah, no, and like then he like told the thing too that he like did a clap, and then like first he kind of waited for it, and like he's like, just because I clap doesn't mean I do my ability.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But like that's a badass ability. But sleeper pick, I would do the patchwork guy versus the boys, the guy in the suit, and then Itadori again. I always forget because they beat the brakes off of him. Yeah. They beat the brakes off of that guy.
Nikki?
I think my favorite one was actually Gojo's at the end. I don't know why. I thought this was sick.
Yeah,
like that was like the one fight because like everyone I've talked about this anime with and like seen online, they're like, it's so action heavy. It's more action heavy than My Hero and Demon Slayer and all that stuff. So I was like, oh okay, but like I guess it wasn't my favorite kind of action. Like for me, like even like the smaller fights in Demon Slayer, I was like, oh, like that's kind of lit. Like that got me like hyped up. And in these, I was like, oh, it's just very different. But like the Gojo one, I was like, that one, for whatever reason, hit for me. And like you see like his eyes and like how I don't know, just it's a different type of animation. Like I feel like just his eyes.
And he goes into this different mode too.
Yeah.
I wonder if it is like the water like animation from like Demon Slayer.
I was wondering that.
I think it's more than that though, man.
I was gonna say like it's also like
I think it's in general.
I feel like the Demon Slayer fights are more like you can see everything well, you know, and everything's like well kind of planned out, and like in Jujutsu Kaisen, it just everything kind of happens fast.
So fast.
You know?
I don't know,
boom, boom, punches and like, you know, like
I don't know, but I would think that it's kind of like the opposite, that this one's got better fights, but Demon Slayer's got better story.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here let's finish with the last one. So you're just gonna tell me favorite character, because there's kind of a lot of them, and rating. So Drewski.
Man, my favorite character, it's probably gonna be the guy who has his eyes covered. What's his name?
Gojo.
Yeah.
Gojo.
Just because he was like, I don't know, he was pretty cool all around. I feel like I wish they would have explained him a little more, because like when he first came out, he just kind of seemed like a cocky douchebag to me, and I was just like, all right, get out of here, like I don't really care,
but
you know.
It's like,
but then he was actually cool and caring, you know. He was more than
like he has a overall plan that he's trying to.
Yeah, and it's kind of like goes against the grain like a little bit, like very Demon Slayer-esque, where like they're like Nezuko really shouldn't be alive, but she is, you know. So it's kind of cool.
So, but now this is the main part that's gonna affect my rating, is the fact that I mentioned earlier that it's a mix of all sorts of different animes, and I want to explain that a bit. Like, so the main character is quite literally a copy-paste of Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! In terms of, like, he has this character inside of him, and, you know, he goes back and forth between this guy inside of him.
Also Naruto.
And Naruto, you know, feels inside of him. On top of that, all the demons kind of look like something out of One Punch Man, and even, like, the robot guy, even the robot cyborg guy, like, had machines and he shot fire, like, from One Punch Man. On top of that, the main guy that I like, Goji, what was his name? Gogurt. Yeah, Gogurt. Dude, he's literally Kakashi, Kakashi. The whole entire plot,
like bottom ass,
the entire plot is Demon Slayer. You know, like, it's literally every bits of different sorts of anime mixed into one. And I don't know, like, I get it, like, and it's cool the nods to different anime where it even talks about the Rasengan and stuff like that, you know. But I feel like I just wish it was a little bit more original, you know, in that sense, because like I get it, like, and it's paying homage, but I feel like in my opinion, it kind of hurt it because it was trying too much to mix everything all together and be this, you know, like mixture of everything. But it's like just kind of be a little bit more, you know, like original, you know. But I guess it was original in terms of like the rules and like eating the fingers and, you know, that kind of stuff. But that was also like, it was a little wild.
It was kind of gross.
But
it was gross.
And on top of that, there was like a bunch of like, there was a bunch of weird like like.
Yeah, no, it's 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Oh, he's got toes?
Yeah, he's got any toes.
And I wish
no, it's because he has four arms.
Oh, okay. I missed that then.
Yeah, but that'd be funny if you had to eat toes though.
I also wish we got more of the enemies because like one of the main scenes that we see, which kind of really comes out of nowhere, and I wish they set it up a little bit more, was when like what was the name of the volcano guy? Jogo.
Lava Boy.
He sets the entire restaurant on fire. Every single person burns to death, and I was like, what is happening? Like, I was literally sat there and I was like,
just want to kill people.
Yeah, no, he's a bad cursed spirit.
So I wish, and I feel like that really came out of
bad.
nowhere. I felt like they could have built up to that a little bit more, you know, because it literally, like, we barely get introduced to these characters, and all of a sudden, like, he takes out a whole, you know, thing, and I was like, a whole restaurant. I was like, dude, what's happening?
You know,
but
it's a little fast.
I feel like I would give it probably a 7-1. I feel like it was very similar, again, you know, very similar to other animes, a little too similar in certain senses. I watched it dub. I didn't like the main character's voice, but the theme, the first theme was fire. The first theme song was very good. The second theme song was a little bit more weak.
That's gonna be my question.
But really? I like the first one.
I think I actually thought the second one was better than the
first
one.
and it's because at first
both outros trash.
I think the first one.
Yes.
I think the first one's very unique.
Yeah. Both outros.
But probably the 7-1, 7-2, around that range.
Favorite character?
Okay, favorite character. Okay, I was like, wait. I'm about to say something, but I don't know if it's the right question. My favorite character is probably actually Sukuna.
Okay.
I like the Joker vibes you get from him. He's just kind of like this thing living inside the good character, which is cool. But
like a Yugi.
yeah. So probably Sukuna is probably my favorite, and if I had to pick like a hero, it'd probably be Fushiguro because I think he's cool with his
I actually really like him too.
But I guess
the second time
pulled out the
I
elephant
really
too.
him.
the elephant was cool, yeah. And then just something about this one, like I said, like I just feel as though reskin Demon Slayer, just like Demon Slayer, I think just hit it a lot better on the head with you know, like just like the things in general, like each one had their own unique. So there were some in Demon Slayer where I was like, well, that's just fucking dumb, like the drum dude and the fucking ball chick. I didn't like those.
You're just playing
really
dodgeball.
fast.
Yeah.
Strong girl.
But
strong girl, throw him fast.
But other than that, you know, like in Demon Slayer, like I love the Kizuki spider people.
Yeah.
You know,
and I feel like the animation was better.
The animation was really
like,
cool because anytime Zenitsu went off, like that was cool.
Seeing the
thunder,
the lightning and the water.
It was definitely more colorful.
Yeah, it was more colorful, but not only that, but like,
killed
I
that
feel as though they did try to be like somewhat original with their perks in this one, but like the chick,
kind of like the domain expansions.
Yeah. See, that's cool. That's like
that
trying to get an advantage. Yeah, that's trying to get an advantage.
Sukuna's one.
Sukuna,
yeah, dude,
his was cool.
And then Gojo's is just like pretty much like the entire fucking universe, and then it's also nothing at the same time.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy domain expansion.
And then I also think, like I said, I think they on their like perks though, a lot of them, like the girl with the hammer and the nails, like I think that's kind of dumb. Like she's just like some Bob the Builder fuck, like throwing shit around.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, but that was cool at the end though.
Like
that
it's
it's like she puts them in people and then just
yeah.
with the doll.
Yeah.
See, like it's
but that's better than the gun. Like
that's what I was
way
saying.
better.
It bothered me.
So that's
watching it a second time, dude. I was like, wow, that's really dumb. That's
no,
really
and it's
dumb.
like that girl was walking around like she's the baddest
so
bitch.
much
Of like,
shit.
yeah, I got my gun. What's
Yeah.
up, girl? And like then she like pulled it on that like girl too.
Yeah, no, she was like, yo, what's up?
Yeah. This is the hood, like
pulling up on people.
And then of course, like I also thought the bitch on the broom, like I was like, this chick's just straight out of Harry Potter.
I think she
Yeah.
was literally just on the broom the whole
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
She didn't
I
do
don't think she
anything
ever got off the
except
broom.
catch like that home run from
Yeah,
earlier.
she had robbed that.
Great,
home run.
great outfielder though.
And
Yeah,
then
Always on the broom.
Well,
but
okay.
I just think, like I said, I'd much rather prefer Demon Slayer. I'm gonna lock this around a. Sukuna was my favorite character though, and especially seeing how strong he was with only like the power of like 2 fingers, like was really cool. He's just like murking kids like nothing. Even when that like Stitch dude is like talking to him and he's like, "Know your place, dude," and like you know who I am.
Oh,
And like pretty much just
because
like
he gave him
wasn't
like
Stitch
2
his
tries
name,
of like, all right, man,
yeah,
you came in here once.
yeah.
If you do it again, I'm gonna just freaking
Final rating.
just pop your block off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like that's cool. I like that like power. And you know, it's one thing like when you create a villain, but when you show its like power and like what it's capable
King
of,
of Curses.
it's really cool. But I'm gonna lock this in around a 6-8, 6-8. Just because, like I said, I think the story of Demon Slayer is better. I think this is kind of just like a version of like which one would you rather, and I think just like Demon Slayer.
You like that world.
And
the aesthetic of it was really cool.
And then I love the
style and
well the perks of even the Demon Slayers is like really cool because like Zenitsu's Thunder, like Gyu and the other, what's the main character's name? Tanjiro is like water.
I feel like it was easier to understand. I don't know if it's just me, but like
it was
okay.
Plus, like,
they go into it more
It's
in
not
the
as
manga, and you
complicated,
find out
it's
that
like-
every type of sword style in Demon Slayer derives from like a set of originals.
Yeah,
but
actually, I think they go over that in the movie. Too.
Yeah.
But
going back a certain
because they do a great job of explaining the power system.
So going back to this show
And the breathing.
again, I like feel better with like, oh, okay, so like that's what's really going on with this character. That's why this character can do this, because it does kind of move fast with all that
Here,
stuff.
let him finish because he was getting.
I'll just finish real quick. I guess, and then I guess just the part of Demon Slayer where it's like a lot of their powers come from like nature. You know, it's like water, fire,
just
thunder,
breathing.
sound, breathing. That's really cool. And then even Inosuke is like an animal instinct. Like he can like
he just made his own.
Yeah,
he made his own.
And this one is just very like hey, I got hammer and nails, and it's like okay, like, and then it's like I got a gun. It's like so does everybody in Texas. Like, so
Ma would get fucked up if she came here.
I know.
I would leave it at a 6-8. I just feel as though a Demon Slayer
that's fair.
That's a fair
powered over and I understand where they're coming from, but I just think the original like Demon Slayer anime was probably like better.
No, it's a fair.
Johnny.
All right, going back to this second time.
Move it along.
All right, going back to this second time.
Character
I do want to say one thing that was not said about the domain expansions. The very last one that they gave us at the end with Fujiguro. That was a great scene.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That it was just him trying to like push his limits of like, all right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do it,
and it's not like,
and it's just not gonna be perfect. Yeah. But it's like I'm just gonna send it, dude. And like that was just such a great domain expansion.
You think he's
great
a good
scene.
reflection of Sasuke?
I don't think he is. Like at first I thought it was like, oh, copy paste, but
I think Yuji is like copy paste.
Naruto. Copy paste Naruto, but this kid's nothing like Sasuke.
And then Nobara is different than Sasuke.
For sure.
For sure.
But no, seen this twice over. I love that it's fight like heavy. Focused.
Yeah, base. Yeah.
And they got great scenes, good animation. I love the animation. The power scaling pretty similar to Demon Slayer, or like pretty similar style.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna circle the wagons.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go into my rate.
Go for it.
8.4.
Okay.
8.4.
Right. Who's your favorite character?
That's a tough one, dude. I like.
You didn't answer that? Oh, I thought you did. I just missed it.
Oh no, it's because I didn't. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Toto or Gojo.
Okay. Those are good.
I'm gonna go Toto because his like ability was sick, dude. And he was so funny. I don't know.
So I wanted my favorite character to be Panda so bad. Just seeing him in the intro. It can be, but in the future it could be. But like seeing Gojo, and then I feel like in the future, if I were to keep watching this, my favorite character would be emo boy. Who's the emo boy? Fushiguro. Sorry, I can't remember everybody's name. I feel like when I see more, like he's gonna turn into like this sick character in the future potentially.
Yeah, he's kind of like a less like emo Sasuke.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. But for this season,
he's not like Sasuke.
No. Well, it's like that's where he's not like Sasuke.
Yeah,
that he's like that he's like trying to like interact with his friends.
Yeah, I think he's kind of emo.
And that he's not as serious. That he's not like kind of willing to
he's
like
not
put everything away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, and he's not gonna try to go dangerous ways to go.
So, but for this season, I'm gonna go with Gojo. I just think he was sick. Like whenever he was on the screen. Yeah, whenever he was on the screen, like I was more interested.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, something about this dude. So he was my favorite character. I'm gonna try my best to not put it up against like anything that I've seen because I understand that I'm not an anime guy. Like that's not to say I'm against it, but like I'm not as into it. Like I haven't seen like a lot of the big ones and stuff like that, or like some of the staples.
Yeah.
So just based off of the story. The one thing I liked, at least from the beginning, was that... Well, not the one thing, but one thing that I did like from the beginning was that I felt like it was a little bit more mature in terms of, like, there wasn't as much of the over exaggeration of emotion. Like, oh my gosh, like with My Hero, like I almost stopped watching it after like 2 episodes because that kid could not stop crying.
He could not stop just
and then like
crying, screaming.
With Zenitsu, he's just like screaming for everything. Gohan's crying for everything. So like,
that's true.
I like that about this one. It was cool.
I have to watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you need to watch Dragon Ball. I have all of them on disc.
I just don't know where to start, but different conversation.
Different conversation.
Yeah.
So I like that part a lot. The fights were cool, but like the story, I guess, didn't like grip me as much as I was kind of hoping. And the questions that I have for the future aren't like necessary. Like they're questions that I wish were already answered in season 1, not questions that I'm excited for in the future. And that kind of like I'm like, I don't if they don't touch on it. And usually I'm a big like, I gotta know. I'm gonna dive right into the anime or into the manga. I know it drives you two nuts because I did that for My Hero and I did that for Demon Slayer. And I wasn't.
I did that for Demon Slayer.
Yeah. And you guys weren't supposed to know that, but your dumb older brother spoiled that for you. But shout out MCAT Help Guide on this show. Quick plug. So it was all right. But it just didn't grip me. The story itself didn't grip me, and I'm a big story guy. So I give it a 6.4.
Oh,
so that was mine. Yeah, and I was shocked at how low I gave it because I was fully anticipating me to dive right into the manga. Like
especially how much Tim the Tatman guesses though.
And I know
he has that in like S tier.
Yes, he does.
Which I disagree.
I disagree.
But does he follow the manga?
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't?
No, he doesn't.
Because apparently it gets insane and it gets even better than like the things we've seen now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up though. So thank you guys for getting through it. I know it was a long one, but yeah.
So that was going to be our homework. We did have it was a long one because we definitely had like 8 hours to get through, so we had quite a bit to get through, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and speed through it with the stuff we've been watching through, and then we'll see what we get about the year and we'll see, time wise. But all right, so that's going to be it again for the homework. Next, we're going to jump into Bad Batch. So this is the first of the 2-part season finale.
Right.
In which these 2 episodes are going to be the quote-unquote a full, season finale. And this was a huge episode.
Yes.
We see a lot happen in which the whole crew essentially goes back to Kamino to free Hunter. And turns out Hunter isn't just alone with, other Imperials. Turns out Crosshairs is there with him. And we learn a lot of different things. Case in point, Crosshairs' chip doesn't work. Well, you got it removed.
I low-key kind of
had a feeling,
I did too.
But then once he actually said that, I was like, damn, he's just an asshole.
Yeah. Do you guys think that when his chip was removed, do you think it had anything to do with the side of his head being burned? Because I thought that from the start.
Because I wonder when he got it taken out.
That's why I want to know when.
Hopefully the next episode that will get.
Could it be before like these events of?
That's
just him like being like controlled, or during that part. And,
I know,
and that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
For me, I thought it was a great episode. It was really awesome seeing the destruction of Kamino because it's something they don't really touch on as much.
No, it wasn't, dude. We fight for Kamino.
No, but like it's great to know where it went because everybody's like, what happened to it all?
Yeah, no, yeah.
But
it's good to see. But
it was sad though.
I will say though, I was a little disappointed in the fact that they gassed it up to be a 2-episode season finale, but this was a normal 25
I thought we were going to get an hour or 40 minutes. 40 minutes for sure, I thought
that part kind of upset me. I wish they would have just said, hey, like, this is the episode right before season finale. Now I'm a little skeptical, because now I'm thinking, what if the next episode's not, like, an hour long?
I swear it was 20 minutes.
That would make me
heads
sad.
Heads are going to roll.
Yeah. But other than that, it was really good to see. And then Crosshair's kind of fighting back with him again. Was really cool, and Omega, of course, like doing her business, but I thought it was a good episode.
Yeah, no.
How did you guys feel about that ending in which Hunter still takes down Crosshairs, but he's like, you're still one of us. You're coming with us, regardless of your ties. How do you guys feel?
I actually like that they brought him with them. Yeah, honestly, because maybe they just talk it out. Maybe he just switches.
Yeah,
and so. Go on.
Oh, okay. Or what if he like goes with them and then like brings like a bunch of these
the Empire.
It brings like the Empire, and then it's like they get cornered.
Ooh, could be.
Yeah.
All right, so
and then someone's got to make a sacrifice. I'm still betting the over.
Really?
On it, that we lose a Bad Batch member.
So let me piggyback off of that. So this is sort of year-and-a news, but let's go ahead and talk about it now. So it was already revealed that Bad Batch was renewed for a season 2. Mm-hmm. It is confirmed they will be having a season 2 for sure. So now that being said, do you guys feel like the ending, next week's or this week's episode technically, do you think it's going to end on a big cliffhanger for a season 2?
I think it's got it, right? Especially if we already got the confirmation like that quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 2 episodes left, and they released it before the second. Well, on the second and last one dropped. So I think it's gonna be a big.
But
one.
I just don't appreciate
I think
when
we're getting
shows
something
do
big.
that though. Like, give me till the end.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like,
something like the end
I
credit
don't
scene
know.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nick, what did you think? What do you think?
Great episode. This one really just like got me back into it, even more so. But yeah, I think it is gonna hang up on a cliffhanger. You already learned a lot from this episode when Omega was talking about the creation of 99, like the Unit 99. Yeah. So I think we're gonna find out, or something's gonna be inferred. And I've got the diamond hands
That
on
she's force sensitive.
that she's force sensitive. So I feel like it's gonna be something that has to do with that.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands,
What do you think's
dude.
gonna happen?
I let that
What do you
go a
feel
while
about
ago.
that?
I did
Do you
too,
think it's going to
so
lead to
But
a
I'll flip
cliffhanger?
those
What do you
coins.
think?
I don't know, man. Like I honestly at this point, the way it ended, I have no idea how it's gonna end because they pretty much have Crosshair's back, but I mean he's still not really with them, but he's kind of like there with them too. They have Omega. Did they get away? I don't remember. Did they? They flew away. So I have no idea how this is gonna end. I literally have no idea. All I know is we're confirmed for season 2, so I'd imagine there's gonna be somewhat of a cliffhanger. But otherwise than that, I have no idea.
Yeah, and that's not even necessarily even a problem. It's kind of a good thing because it leaves everybody like, well, we don't know.
What's gonna happen?
Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
So so that was pretty much the entirety of the episode. It's really kind of up in the air. So this is gonna be this week will be our finale episode. So for sure we're gonna delve into that. We're probably gonna talk
keep
a lot
up if you fell behind. And,
yeah, we're gonna probably talk a lot of speculation for season 2 because we're gonna have at least a more clear direction of where we're going for that. So stay tuned for that. The show is really, really, really solid. So far, definitely like an easy watch and just great part of Star Wars. I think everybody can agree at that point.
Yeah, it really is.
So we're looking forward to season 2 and hopefully this next episode is a banger as well.
Absolutely.
It's all hyped up, hot and bothered for season 2.
So that was gonna be our Bad Batch bit. Now we're gonna get into. So this one might be a bit lengthy because we do have a lot to talk about. We've been kind of hyping this up for quite a minute now, and this is gonna be a big one because we're very in between DC. So, but this week we watched Suicide Squad. Well, technically, The Suicide Squad is the official title. Directed by James Gunn. It's not necessarily a big part, of the DCEU necessarily. It's not necessarily connected. It's just kind of there. But it's gotten a lot of high ratings. It's gotten a lot of hype around it. A lot of people have been talking a lot about it. So we're gonna dive in, spoiler free, because of course it is brand new. Brand new. So let's go ahead. Your just basic feels about the movie in general. What did you guys feel about the movie? Spoiler free.
Well, I'll start off and just say that I did like the movie. Did I think it was the best movie of all time? What we heard a couple people say.
Sorry, Margot.
But it was, to me, just a rated R Guardians of the Galaxy, I think. I thought it was good. I thought the music was good. I thought it was beautifully shot, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice. There's a lot of
Cinematically pleasing.
Yeah.
And I think we can all agree, definitely better than the first.
Oh,
so much better.
Yeah.
Way better. There was just one thing that I did like that I didn't really crutch on any like other DCEU Easter eggs. It's like, oh hey, there's like a Batman symbol in the background. That means Ben Affleck.
Wayne
like,
Enterprises.
No one cares about any of those guys. Thank God you didn't try to tease them in this movie. So, but other than that, like I liked how it really just was literally trying to stand on its own. So,
Which it did.
Which you did.
I thought it was a good movie. A lot better than the first one, but However, there was a lot of gas coming into this one, seeing as that Margot Robbie said it was the best comic movie, right? She said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that comic book movie.
Which was... Yeah, Cap.
Capper.
And then, as well as James Gunn, too, I think he was just gaslighting a little bit when he said, superhero movies are boring, comic movies are boring, like, it's time to change them up, add more flair to them, and this was literally just a comic book movie.
Like, it was like a good comic book movie.
It was literally just pretty much what he did with Guardians, just rated R. It almost, I even almost had just like a Suicide Squad feeling too from the original one, because they replaced Deadshot with Bloodshot, like to me that's
Bloodsport.
Bloodshot would have been better. But Bloodsport and Deadshot, right? Pretty much the same character, literally the same character. You have Killer Croc, and then you have Nuane, or whatever the hell that shark's name.
King Shark.
But other than that, I thought it was good, but it wasn't like this amazing superhero movie that I thought is changing the game. To me, I just thought it's there. And it's also part of a broken universe.
Yes. I thought it was really good. And it's just cool to watch this guy, James Gunn, like, take these basically, like, C-list characters. Or, like, for the most part, because, like, there's a couple, like, A-listers. Yeah, no. But it's, like, for the most part, like, a guy like Peacemaker. Like for that guy to be like a fan favorite, but just not for me though. But other people think he's a good character.
Story. We will dive into it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. People think he's alright. I think he sucks, but it's okay. No, but it was a good movie, man. It was a good plot. It carries on very well. It like develops well. Yeah, everyone gets a good kind of time on the stage too.
Well, except for that first group that stormed the beach.
Yeah, except
even those guys, because I thought those guys were pretty funny too. But because I wouldn't call it like the best comic book movie of all time, but it was pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. It was a really good movie. I knew from the very beginning it was gonna be a lot different than the first one, and I knew it was gonna be a lot different from a lot of things we've seen because, almost from the get-go, the humor, the plot, all of it's dark. And you're kind of like, whoa, that's very interesting. I obviously did get Guardians vibes, and that's fine, but definitely a lot more racy, in my opinion. But it was good. It was good. The characters were all good. I thought Idris Elba did a great job. Margot Robbie was exceptional as Harley. She is Harley Quinn. I'd be hard pressed to find someone that's better than her. So I liked it. It was a good movie.
And I think we can all agree at that point that out of a lot of the DC movies, this one was more or less a lot more rewatchable, in my opinion. I feel like it was a really easy watch. It definitely, it really flowed, is my, best way. It didn't stop heavy at all, and they definitely did take really good breaks of, in between action, there was a good comedy break, or they would explain something.
Yeah, good dialogue too.
And so overall, I would say the movie itself had such an easy flow. It was well written, for that, for sure. There was definitely a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of nods to all sorts of different stuff. And
deep stuff, deep comic shit.
I will say, in my opinion, this is probably in my top 5 of DC films. Because I feel DC definitely lags for sure, but in terms of this one, it really was something a little bit different, from what we've seen in DC and
it was complete.
Stuff like that. Exactly, yeah, and it was one whole complete thing, and it was nice because it does have an ending scene, an ending credit scene that opens a door for a possibility for one character, which, we've kind of talked about before. But overall, such an easy watch, really well shot movie as well. Great music. The music was pretty solid. The characters were so, I feel very individual, you could pick and choose every character, and they're all completely different from each other. But alright, so that was going to be our spoiler-free version. We're going to go ahead and jump into the spoiler version at this point. And again, if you haven't seen the movie, it is on HBO Max and in theaters currently. So again, go check it out. It's such an easy watch and such a pretty solid comic book movie. I think we can all agree at least to that extent. And go watch it, make up your own opinions, and then once you got them, come back in and we'll talk about it. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and get into spoilers at this point. So this is going to be your final spoiler warning. We're going to jump right into it. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. We see this whole intro scene in which we get our Suicide Squad. And literally all of them get massacred.
There's like 10 of them, right?
How did you feel about this scene? Do you feel like it set up the entirety of the movie for you?
Yeah.
Do you feel like...
Honestly,
what did you guys think?
It did, yeah. And like
I thought it was a quick start.
But also like the like first kind of scene that I like saw these guys, I just knew that they were going to die.
Really?
Yeah.
You knew? Really?
Yeah, like...
I didn't expect it, to be honest.
That I just felt it, that I was like, dude, these guys are dying, except for our girl and probably Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I thought it was like a nice little... Well, not really nice, but it was just a... Wait, alright. Yeah.
Suicide Squad. You guys get the picture?
This is what kind of movie you're about to watch.
Yeah.
So it was a good like push. Like it wasn't even like a guide. It was like go, jump in the movie now. So yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was necessary.
That beginning was wild, man. I mean,
very gory.
literally from
it was.
Like the very beginning to where like they
Pete
jump in the water
Davidson's
to.
face too got freaking.
But that was another character. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of him, but I was a little skeptical because I don't think he's like the best actor. But I guess I was okay with what happened. But you kind of have a good feeling that this isn't really like the strongest crew, so I don't think they were gonna go forward with all of them. It was also a lot of characters, to be honest. So, just a wild scene, dude. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Intro super wild. Once like Pete Davidson got his face shot off, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be a gory film, which was pretty cool. And I guess I should have seen it coming because in like the promo for everything, like it focuses on King Shark, like it focuses on the main squad. Yeah. You know, Harley. So but it did set that tone for like very intense, potentially very gory movie.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say, is that like the whole point of that, which I feel like it definitely did its job, was to set up the whole movie of like, hey, this is going to be a gory and jokey, funny at this movie at the same time. So this is what you're gonna get. Here it is. All right, now enjoy the rest of this. Like now you're gonna enjoy another like hour and a half of just this. Pretty much, more or less. But so again, then at that point, once they all get kind of destroyed, we see the full our actual Suicide Squad, led by none other than Idris Elba. How'd you guys feel about his character, by the way?
I loved him.
I loved
I thought he
looked
cool too.
And I do want to.
He played a better Deadshot.
Yeah.
And I was going to make that point. So it kind of sucks because I feel like Will Smith is a solid actor. Like, everybody can agree with that. Yeah. But he was just written so poorly in the first movie that, like...
But he looked so cool.
He didn't have a chance. He did look cool, but, man, he sucked, like... Compared to Idris Elba, especially now, dude, he was so smooth. He was so cool. And, like... He was the character I feel like I always found myself kind of rooting for. I was like, damn, like, all right, cool, like, he's still got it, like, he's still doing
But he was still an asshole, dude.
Exactly.
He was, like, talking to his daughter, I was like, damn, all right, like, I'm rooting for this guy. I was like, damn, it's kind of...
Am I rooting for this guy?
Am I really rooting for this guy?
But then after that scene, like, that whole time I was on him.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we get introduced to our full crew. Again, we get Peacemaker, we get Ratcatcher 2, we get our Killer Shark,
so wholesome.
Shark King. We also get what's his name, Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, hilarious.
The True King.
Exactly. And then we also get who get? Is that pretty much it? That's it, right?
And of course, there's saying Harley Quinn.
And Harley Quinn, right? And then Flag.
Flag
comes in as well. Yeah. And then so. We also get a lot of different sort of action scenes, a lot of fighting. We see a lot of Harley Quinn doing definitely kicking ass throughout the movie.
Yeah,
we see Peacemaker and Bloodshot just like wrecking shop,
duking it out. Yeah.
How did you guys feel about that scene where they were taking out the whole camp?
It's
first of all, there was a hammer in that scene. There's a hammer.
And it wasn't Thor's hammer.
It wasn't Thor's hammer.
It wasn't cursed demon
hammer. It was like a dude. It was a demon.
But no, dude.
There was two, technically.
Two, actually, two. Well, yeah, technically. But no, dude, I thought it was cool. Like, especially when they're and funny, dude. John Cena was funny.
John Cena was funny.
And he found the pocket of being not so great actor, but also just trying to be serious, and it was fun.
Yeah, and it worked out like perfect. So that's one thing I kind of wanted to talk about.
That was the pocket, and they found it.
I feel as though John Cena was cast so perfectly. You know, like he's definitely. I think we can all agree he's definitely not a great actor.
No.
Yeah,
he's not. He's in Dwayne Johnson era,
or maybe less, to be honest. Like,
no. It's less.
I think Dwayne is
less, but he's trying to get there.
Yeah. But his character, John Cena's character in this one was so well cast for him. Like I feel like that role was so made for him that it works so well in his favor. But so we go on, and so eventually, you know, we see like Harley Quinn take down the president of this whole thing. What did you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I know. That just kind of like came up out of nowhere.
It was so like bizarre, but it was like, all right, well, yeah, that's Harley Quinn. So first they're gonna bang, and then Harley's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. But yeah, like I thought it was trippy, especially with the love scenes part, where like kind of like with that thing that you showed us, where it was playing the music. But then it went back to reality and it was just silent.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, and like, that was like just like a little piece of like her brain
just kind of like romanticizing things.
And like, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, that was a crazy thing.
All right. So let me ask you guys this then. What do you feel as though, well, okay, before I ask you this one. So, you know, we continue on through the movie. We find out that there's this big evil sort of alien on Jotunheim. Turns out to be Starro. Starro is this space starfish essentially who can send out baby starfish. They attach themselves onto people's faces and they essentially become zombies.
That's the worst zombies. Kind of villain, dude.
So how did you guys feel about Starro? Like out of all the characters or villains that they could have picked, do you think Starro was a solid pick?
I thought it was a great pick, especially for this squad too.
Yeah, he was a good pick for the squad. Yeah.
And especially for such a standalone movie, this one wasn't trying to rely on anything, which is why I liked it even more so, because it's just like totally not trying to be a part of anything. That it was good that they had such an obscure villain like Starro. So yeah, no, I think it worked for the squad,
and it was so like. I feel like the villain, I think you're right, relates so well to the Suicide Squad because Starro was such a like unique but weird,
but super weird. But it's like you didn't think he'd be gory though.
Exactly. Yeah. But then that's how the whole Suicide Squad is that they're weird. They're kind of like they don't really, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, and it's like the team itself. It doesn't kind of look like they mesh. But they do somehow.
But it works well. Yeah, exactly. And same thing with Starro. It worked. It ended up working pretty solidly. For what it was. So now the music. What did you guys think about the music? Do you think it was like very Guardian-esque? Do you feel like it didn't really hit the mark? What did you guys think?
I thought it did hit the mark, but it was. I guess it was good that James Gunn didn't go with like the old school track playlist, but he kind of went with like a Grudge kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But no, like I thought it fit well too. I was surprised.
So it fit well. It's just I think I went in with different expectations. I thought we were gonna hear. I didn't think we were gonna hear like Guardians type music, but I thought we were gonna hear like. Maybe some AC/DC, some Alice Cooper, Kiss, and that was what I was going into.
That would have been way more electric.
Thinking some Poison,
that would have been electric. Yeah.
But I don't blame him for going this route, and I've had some time to think about it because I think he went with like the grunge type and like the low key type because that's what the movie was. So it fit the theme well.
Real quick, wasn't there a song that you said that you wish played instead of the song they actually used?
There
was a scene that you had mentioned to me that you were like, dude, if they played this song instead of the one they did.
Why can't I remember what song
I don't know. So you keep trying to remember. We'll come back to you. But all right, so we'll kind of jump towards the end of this then because we're running low on time. We'll just get into the gaming and then we'll kind of cut it. But
sounds good.
So we'll go ahead and jump into your guys' favorite scene. We did definitely see a lot of the island. We saw a lot of the crew all together. A lot of individual scenes too. We even see Ratcatcher 2 with her father. What's his name? Taika
Waititi, which was crazy.
Which was really well done though. I feel like it wasn't forced. It didn't feel out of place. It kind of worked pretty well. We see a lot of Rick Flag too fighting. We see a lot of even a development with what's his name, Shark King, where he like makes friends, and he learns the difference between nom-noms and friends.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think is your favorite scene?
My favorite. Wait, favorite scene.
Favorite scene
character?
first. Favorite scene.
Favorite scene. Ooh, I don't know. I think it's gotta be probably the King Shark one when he goes into the tank area there when he like
sees going back and forth
friends and he jumps.
He's such a little kid.
Yeah, he's a little kid. Yeah.
Oh.
So that one I thought it was cute, but it was sad because they turned on him.
That's so mean. I think even though it's with that scumbag John Cena. Like, this guy's the worst guy, but it's fine.
Yeah,
the camp scene, and like they're going like throughout the camp, and like they're just trying to like outdo each other, and he goes on top of it, and he's like pointing at all these like people that are just trying to wash clothes, and he's just like, and he just doesn't even blink, dude. Like, oh, dude, yeah, it was so funny, and like they're doing all these like crazy shots. Boom, boom, or just bang shot, bang, 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 and then they finally get to like the very end, and it's actually like the good guys. Yeah, I know. That was a very Suicide Squad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like I wanted it to be something with King Shark, but I just don't think that it is. He had a lot of great scenes, but it's hard for me to go up against anything that wasn't Margot Robbie killing the president. Like. I thought that was such a cool scene because it was so Margot Robbie-esque. She literally like crushes the dude, adds to her kill count, and then adds to her kill count. Like so
double
point.
kill.
What does she say? That masterpiece between his legs? Like,
yeah, she's like, that masterpiece between your legs.
That monster.
Or that monster, that monster between your legs.
For me, it was definitely the scene in the rain with the white background. I thought that was
cool.
cool.
When they rush into Jotunheim.
Running out of the bus.
That was cool. That
was my favorite scene. Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about that scene. It was just really cool.
It was just aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's great.
And so, let's go ahead and get into the final question, which is going to be, who is you guys' favorite character, why, and then your rating. So, Dom.
Weasel.
Well, no, I think it's Mr. Nom Nom, Mr. King Shark, because he was just really cool. He had like such a weird character development because he doesn't know much, but then at the end he understands a lot.
He's definitely such the Groot of
the group. So aside from him, I think Rick Flag. I like Rick Flag's character. I just hate that they killed him.
Again.
I thought that sucked. And then also Milton, man. Rest in peace, Milton.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, because he's just like some dude carrying around this like Dollar General bag.
Milton.
He's like still rushing in with a shotgun.
Justice for Milton, bro.
Yeah.
I know,
But
dude.
those
That's
guys
a
are
real
probably my
hero,
favorite.
dude. You didn't have anything going for him.
Your rating.
Well, I definitely didn't see it as some like outstanding superhero movie or anything like that. I just thought it was good for what it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in at an 8.2.
Me too. Solid. John?
I'm gonna go with. Dude, I'm torn between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2 because they were both pretty good because they both had really good character development too. But I'm gonna go with Bloodsport.
That's a good
one. Put in the fucking token on Bloodsport because dude, like he had great character development.
It was
because he turns into this piece of shit dad to where it's just like I want to be a dad like to my daughter that like this girl can try to look up to.
And such great acting chops by Idris Elba. From on top of it, like they even to the drunk party scene, from where they like he became friendly with everybody and then like immediately cut back to serious.
That was a good scene. Two at the bar.
Because not everyone can play a superhero character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What rating?
And your rating?
8.6.
Whoa.
That was a good DC movie. That was a good comic book movie.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't connected to anything in the past, anything in the future.
Which probably makes it good.
Yeah, I know. And like that's what I think actually makes it good because that's their bread and butter.
Is it also not connected to Birds of Prey in any way? Okay, I didn't know.
No, it's just...
Okay.
I don't
I just
really
didn't
know,
know.
actually. Yeah, no.
Yeah. My favorite character, man, I want it to be King Shark so bad too, But I'm gonna go with Harley again. I thought she was so good, and I have a knack for picking characters like King Shark because they're like comfort characters. Just have happy thoughts.
All warm and fuzzy.
She killed it, man, and she did an awesome job. All her scenes were just like unbelievable, and nothing that she says is ever forced. At least in this movie. So really good. My rating is a little bit lower. When I first saw it, it was a 7.6. Now I've bumped it, and it's so hard, but I'm gonna give it an 8.0. I'm gonna go round score, and that's a rookie score.
Rookie score.
That's a rookie score
from the vet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will just start off by saying that Ratcatcher 2 was my favorite character.
Dang, a lot of love.
With Sebastian.
I thought she was kind of stupid at first, but then I loved her dynamic with Nanu.
Yeah.
Nanu or something. Whatever.
Sharky.
But I like the dude, and then when she was at like the campsite, and then she was getting like figured out she was just still knocked.
Yeah.
But so I liked her with that aspect, and then with the rat part at the end there. But what was it? So my rating, I did like this movie. I thought it was very funny. The pacing was great. It was well shot. I'm gonna go with an 8.5.
8.5.
Nice.
All right, cool. I feel like, man, so different. Relatively different than most of the DC movies that we've seen. I mean, the most similar was to the other Suicide Squad, which definitely blew it out of the water. I do want to say again, it is in my top 5, maybe even my top 3, because for sure, I mean, Wonder Woman is for sure up there. The new Justice League, the Snyder Cut, might be up there as well, and this one's kind of looming around there because it's kind of it's
floating.
Pretty solid, because I mean the really other competition is kind of Aquaman, which it's it's all right, for what it was.
Yeah.
But this one was really cool visually. It was so pleasing to look at, and on top of that, like they did this cool thing where every scene transition was like there was titles, where it would say like like when they were in the elevator, it was like "Dirty Little Secret" or and you would see it in the environments, and I feel like that was really well done.
Yeah.
The only one that was a little weak for me was
very
that
comic book style.
That kind of last one was a little weak because I feel like all of them were so cool with the environments, like they even used fire and stuff, and it was just kind of cheap to me that they just like wrote it out on screen. I was like, you could have done a little bit more, with that.
With the Suicide Squad versus Star.
Yeah. I was telling
chunky limbs.
But at those points, it kind of felt like it was like a cutscene in like a video game.
Yeah, exactly. But I was telling Dominic, like, they could have done that last one where like Star was just like T-posing, and it's just like it's like the Suicide Squad versus Star, like the T, and then he's just like there. That'd have been kind of cool, but they were a little bit lazy on that last one. But other than that, I don't know. Pretty solid movie. Every single character was unique in their very own way. They completely stood out against each other. Like Polka Dot Man was completely different than anybody else there. And in such a funny and good way. Like everybody worked well and meshed with each other. To be honest, my favorite character is probably Idris Elba's character. He was so well. I don't know. He just such great acting throughout the entirety of the movie from him. And Sleeper is probably Sebastian. Dude, he was really cool and helpful and like super cute. Just like his little
leading the charge.
On Starro. Hell yeah,
dude,
he
was
in the
eye. Sebastian was just leading the charge on Starro. And he
just
wanted to be everybody's friend too, and he kept waving at people.
Why is that rat waving at me? Oh, I think he's friendly.
But it was a type of movie that
because he's friendly.
Definitely didn't take itself too seriously, but in the best of ways, but it wasn't too jokey or it wasn't forced at all. Like it did well, and even nods to legit DC stuff. Like we even see Calendar Man, and we see other like DC Boomerang Man, which is he bites it, but the fact that we even see him at all is like pretty cool.
He was such a main character at one point.
Exactly.
He was literally just like 4 minutes worth of screen time.
Yeah. So I don't know. All of that being said, and even the fact that it could lead with this whole Peacemaker thing, like it's kind of interesting to see. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. With this,
I'm
because
excited
the fact that that he nailed this character so hard that they're gonna give him a series is like really promising to me. So I don't know. It was a very good movie, easy to watch. Again, very replayable too. I'd definitely watch it again. So I would rate it probably like an 8.7. Pretty solid movie. Pretty solid watch. Yeah. And, especially when it comes to DC, like, for sure, one of the best of the bunch, for what they've got. So
I'd say even top 3.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. But, all right, so that's going to be pretty much it, at this point, because I don't want to really get into the last other stuff. We kind of, talked a lot about Jujutsu Kaisen, a lot of the other new movies and stuff like that.
It's
so,
good talks. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and jump right into John's homework this week. Ooh. So he said that he has something special, possibly.
I do have something special.
A double feature.
And it's something that I've not seen before either. Oh. So I will be joining the class on this one.
Yeah, okay.
Be joining the class on this project because this one is Batman Ninja. That's what it's called. But it's like a anime style Batman. Yeah, no, and so pretty much what I've gathered from this movie.
Joker's like a samurai too. He's like
because like samurai. Joker goes back in time, but he goes back to like samurai old times. Like Japanese times, and then Batman follows him somehow, and apparently the Bat family joins him. It gets pretty crazy, and it's something that like all of us haven't like kind of really seen before because it's like two worlds collide.
I'm actually really
I'm very intrigued with
this. Is it like newly made or is
this came out a couple years ago.
This isn't a spoiler necessarily. I've seen it.
Oh, 20
you've seen it?
Oh, okay.
This isn't a spoiler necessarily, but I just want to say one word. If you know what that means, Voltron.
Oh,
that's all I want to say.
Voltron.
Oh, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's
all I'm gonna say.
But I know what you're.
I feel like I know what that means.
Yeah, I think I know what.
Right.
That clue means.
All
right, all right. So possible double feature, but it's only a possible because I don't know where to find it because it's a Japanese indie movie, and it's called Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla. It's,
it
came out in 2016,
and
it's like a brand new kind of style, but they got the old Godzilla, like the one that doesn't move. Crazy.
It's essentially like old Godzilla remastered.
Yeah,
but like new, tropes.
Yeah, no, and it's like a very like classic big monster movie, and this one just looks cool. And I'm gonna like try to like find like a good outlet to like kind of watch it for you guys, and if I find something that's good, then I will send it your guys' way.
Perfect. Nice. Cool. Alrighty. Cool. That's exciting because we
couple
haven't
sleepers.
Had a double feature in quite a minute, but we are also talking about what movie in particular that you wanted to watch this weekend. What was it?
Oh, Free Guy.
Free Guy. So
Free Guy's out.
That's Ryan Reynolds one.
We'll go ahead and try and take a look at Free Guy this week, so that way on stuff that we're keeping up with besides Bad Batch, since we're just going to be talking about the finale.
Yeah.
So so it's going to be those two movies: Batman Ninja, Free Guy, and Shin Godzilla.
I'm very intrigued by that one.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that one for a while.
The trailer looks like really good though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it doesn't deserve to look that good, but the trailer looks pretty sick. But alright, so you guys heard it here again. It's gonna be those three movies. Shin Godzilla. It's gonna be wait, what was it again?
Batman Ninja.
Batman Ninja. And Free Guy. Yeah. Those are going to be our three movies for next week.
I'm really curious about Free Guy. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, with a lot of the advertisements they've been doing lately.
With
Korg and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Deadpool and Korg. But, alright, so that's going to be pretty much it for our podcast. So at this point, we just have our question. Anybody here have a question?
You know what? It's the final episode for Bad Batch, so let us know what you think's going to happen. And if this episode doesn't make it by the time Bad Batch comes out, let us know what you thought of the ending.
Or if you think somebody's still going to die.
Yeah.
And
anything. Your predictions for season 2 as well.
Exactly. Oh, all right.
I got a question, but it's for someone in particular. John Cena. Why are you following my girl, dog?
There it is.
Yeah, no. I brought it up. Wait, post up.
Explain it real fast. Explain it.
Probably like 2 months ago, John Cena follows my girlfriend on Twitter. Like the actual verified account on Twitter. Follows my girl,
and he still currently follows her,
and still currently follows her. Yeah. So it's like, so if John Cena wants to come on the pod and debate about this, I'm totally fine because I definitely don't want to fight him. Yeah. Verbally, yes. Okay, let's go. But
I can't wait until like the day.
So disrespectful.
What if he showed up in tidy whities?
Tidy whities.
That means you have to wear tidy whities.
Then I gotta wear tidy whities.
Yeah.
All right, so
I can't wait till like Heather gets that 2 a.m. like you up text.
That's what I'm waiting. That's what I'm waiting for.
Or like John goes to like John Cena's
Johnny's
favorites, and it's all of Heather's tweets.
dude, maybe it'll be a podcast event like Battle of the Johns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just not physically though.
Yeah, just because
he
has an H in his name.
Hey, any chance he comes for El Paso Comic-Con?
Oh,
Dude, imagine.
Dude,
why you follow my girlfriend?
What's up, dog? Really, bro? Really? You gonna post up on my girl like that, dude? You have like 11 million followers. Why are you gonna do that?
Just know that if
Sad
any
boy?
of our pods start with a that means that he agreed to come on and debate John.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he'd fit on
and
the
I'm
couch.
really not gonna let this go. I'm really not gonna let this go. So
all right. So, anyways, again, we're gonna have our pod next week, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok. We always have stuff rolling on there, different sort of memes and other stuff, silly stuffs. Mm-hmm. But go ahead and follow us and share out our stuff. Again, we work kind of hard on this stuff, and if you know of somebody that's into comics or movies or nerdy stuff, let them know. But all right,
because we'll be here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't mentioned in a while, but the other BuzzBoys, they've.
Yeah. Well, it's because like they're on their like FIFA sad boy BS because of this whole messy thing.
Yeah.
Getting traded on that. Yeah, but they can suck.
He's going to the Warriors.
Yeah, they can suck it.
All right, so that's again going to be the end of our podcast. So thank you so much for sticking around and listening to the Buzz and the Boys Talk.
Oh, so clean.
All right, thank you guys so much. See you guys next week. Goodbye.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye.